I was looking at this picture. I really enjoyed this picture very much. So I adjusted it in Lightroom already. So there is some changes made already. So this was dark overall and maybe slightly cold. So those adjustments are already made in Lightroom. I'm going to skip this part and I'm going to jump into Photoshop. So up to this point, I'm doing the general overall universal adjustment so that I have all the information necessary to play with, to mold it to the point where I would like this picture to be looking. And I think you do need to know what you're looking for at this point. Otherwise, no ending adjustment will happen in Photoshop, actually, I think. You'll keep adjusting forever. So in this, though, from the composition, she is the center of the interest, I think. And then she's surrounded by all the vegetables around. And then our eyes start to wander around the place. And then also we will notice about her looking at us too. And then we start to study what's going on in the frame, and we discover something hidden in the background too. So start with studying what's in the picture and what you like to feature. Yes, of course, I would like to feature her, but then to do so, I might have to do some adjustment. Like bright area, I might like to bring this tone slightly down so that my eye gets navigated more to the center. This corner at the bottom left, this may be also a little bright. I would like to frame her around the vegetable, but then if something is bright in the one side, this picture may kind of bleed out to this side too. So I might bring that one down too. Opposite thing is that in here, I might also give a little bit of the emphasis on her too. I like how somebody is actually aware of who the photographer is too. So I'm going to open up the shadow area. So those kind of things comes in mind when I see the picture. And based on that, I'll start adjusting them. So if you don't know, then look at the picture and study it and then see what this picture is about. Then start adjusting them. Okay? So this time, I would do a very casual selection, starting with quick selection tool. And I'm going to over to this white plastic area by just clicking on it, and then it just select it. Just really easy. And once you select this area, then I would like to adjust the tone. I'm going to go to curves. So you're going to see lots of curves today too. So in the curve, this adjusted area, not adjusted area, selected area in the top right has a lots of highlight information, but good things that it's not clipping. I have information in here too, but I would like to make this one darker. This top corner, that's the brightest bright information. And this is RGB, so I'm talking about tones. I don't really want to make this one in yellow or red or any other color. I just want to make it darker. Then I will grab the brightest area information, click on it, and I'll start to bring this one down. I'm going to compare. you might think that it's becoming a little muddy. Then you can just try to create within there a little contrast. The contrast means that this curves, the lighter area is more, the brighter, it's higher, the more, the lighter information, more information. Darker area is now pulled down, so becoming darker. Therefore, it's more contrast in this area. So it's darker, but didn't really lose the contrast. I'm going to actually get closer. And I'm going to use something called Color Sampler Tool. Color Sampler Tool is hidden behind the eyedropper tool. And this is very helpful to find out about color information on certain area of the picture. Color Sampler Tool let you see what kind of information, the color information or tonal information this area has. So with this color sample selected, I click and then create the point. It says, woo, number 1. Info palette is activated. Then the info palette actually shows the color information on the area that I clicked on. Wow, that is very close. Okay, let's take a look at this info palette and then what there are. So this info palette tells you red and green and blue channels information. It's 232/210, 232/210, 231/209. This left side, the number indicates previous information before I put the curves adjustment. This is after adjustment. So before is left side and after is right side. But either way, both are only a point differences because I didn't go to individual channels and shift any color information. Another thing about this, the color sampling tool, is that there is a different sample size. And the point where I clicked is the number that is showing here is based on where I clicked on, and that is based on 1 pixel. That's why I was very surprised where I clicked. It's really neutral. You don't really want to sample from 1 pixel because if you are a millimeter left or right, information starts to shift dramatically. So you usually like to do 3 by 3 pixels or 5 by 5 pixels samples. I'm going to just go to 5 by 5 just for that. Still 1 point differences. So this area, this number tells me that it is very neutral. If those 3 colors are the same, then it's completely neutral. No color shifting. If you like to live in the perfect world, I will go to blue channel because if you look at this number, blue channel is 1 point more. So I can try to fix that. I don't know if we are living in the perfect world. I click onto the targeting tool in blue channel because blue channel, it says it's 209. I would like it to be 208. I click onto here, click, target it. So the points, anchor points created, that is where this number 1 is. And I need to bring that one down 1 point. Oh, that is perfectly neutral. Questions so far? about the sampling tool. So another thing that I will start looking into here.
Actually, I do have a question. Sorry.
Yes.
Why 208 makes it perfectly neutral?
So red and green and blue has all same values.
Oh, I was thinking that it was 210 still.
It's all same values, that's why. When red and green and blue has same values, that will make it neutral. And this is indicating that it is a highlight. It's 200s are usually the bright areas. 255 is the brightest information. Actually, it's paper white.
So what you did was you just changed the color balance on just
This area.
that area,
Yep.
rather than the whole picture. But now, could you have done that for the whole picture just as well?
But I have already done it in here using the white balance tool. It's kind of similar
Right.
in effect. So in here, another thing I will probably do is to grab the lasso tool. And I will do a very casual selection of this area down here that I think is a little bright. I'm selecting this area, the bottom left. And I would like to make it slightly darker. So again, the selection active, I'm going to go to curves. And again, I'm talking about the overall tones. So I'm not going to go into individual channels. And I'm going to, I'm looking at this histogram and determining, okay, this histogram in the center is around here. So click onto the center of this histogram that has most information live. And then I'll bring this one down.
Why didn't you use the same technique that you used before when you just pull down the upper right-hand corner?
Because that is only for the highlights, because it's a bright area. This time I just wanted to bring the overall tones. This area,
I see. I got it.
it's a bright area, so bringing down overall doesn't really do it. But in this case, because there are a mixture of the tones, so I just brought down the middle one down overall. So in here, and then I'll do an opposite thing in here. I'll bring out and select this area. You see how casual it is? But that works really. And then I'll go to curves, and same thing. I'll grab this section is the area that has most information. So I'm gonna go to the middle part of the area that has a clustered information. And then this time I'll bring that one up. So it's brighter. I don't know if I'd like to bring that one up actually, just a little bit. My selection is rough, and you can tell by if you do something crazy like this. I have really sharp edge. Because I was really not really changing too much information, that line wasn't visible, but if you start to do that, that line will start to become pretty visible. So that line needs to be blurred or softened, then here feather it. So this must be the same in the other side. I go to the layer that I adjusted the bottom left side and feather it. Let me just do one more. This side. I would like to bring up this side. I can do a really casual selection, or just to show, maybe I'll do a quick selection. Quick selection, select too much though. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, so I selected the shadow area. And again, selection active, I go to curves. And this time, the information is really clustered to the left side because it's all dark, the shadows. I may be able to go in here and click, or you can even go targeting tool, and then come over to the shadow area and click on it and bring that one up. I might actually bring that one down slightly more. So it was here, but now started to reveal a little bit. So what I did overall was partial adjustment, like bring out this area, bring down this area, bring up this area, bring down this area, bring up this area, and then shadows also bring up. And then after that, maybe I do see, I don't know. Sorry. I think I lost. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. I feel like my last bit I would do probably is this. Select it, curve, even overall bring that one down to give a little more drama. Soften the edge. Something like that. I don't think I softened this edge either. So I'll soften that edge. I can probably keep going, but I'm gonna stop here from this one to here. This one to here. So see how by changing the tones, your focus shift too, right? I'm trying to navigate people by not only, well, the photographer uses the focus to do a, navigation of the vision, but also the tones and colors and that kind of things can be used in here too.